Hi guys, so I just want to remind you quick of how to turn on the suggestion feature on Google Drive and also the track changing feature, the track changes feature on Microsoft Word. And so I have my Google Doc open here, and if you go all the way to the right hand side here, you see this little pencil icon that says it's in editing mode. And if you click the drop down arrow there, you'll see that we can select suggesting, and that's when edits then become suggestions instead. And so if I'm going to change something here, so if I want to maybe correct this date, I can cross that out and fix it, but it actually comes up with this little suggestion box. And so then that gives the person whose paper it is the chance to accept the suggestion or reject the suggestion. Don't forget that there's also this comment box up here, so I can also add a comment. And that'll allow me to write a little note here. And don't forget to write comment in there. So I could say something like, I think this is the wrong year, and add that as a comment into the document. And again, this is just so that this leaves the editing in the hands of the person whose paper it is, and you're not doing the editing for them. You're also not making changes to their paper that they might not want you to make. If I pull up Microsoft Word here, very similar. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we don't have this in the background. And so if we go to the Review tab right up here, once it lets me do that, you have this button here right in the middle that says Track Changes, and I'm going to click that, click Track Changes again there, and now it's going to keep track essentially of any changes you make. That's what it's saying there. So we could, very similar to as we saw in Google Drive, if I make some kind of change here, it's going to highlight those in a particular way so that I can look at that. When you're viewing your paper, particularly when you're reviewing the edits someone else made, you'll want to make sure that this box is marked to all markup. If you say, for instance, simple markup, it'll just show the new version as though the changes were accepted. No markup, it doesn't really even highlight where those are. See, in simple markup, you can see where there's a change, but you can't see what the change was. But in all markup, you can see what you wrote and how they changed it. And as you go through, you can then click the next button all the way through and accept or reject each change, just as we saw in Google Drive as well. And so make sure that you're turning on, again, track changes in Word or the suggestion feature in Google Drive before you edit the person's paper, and that you can, again, accept or reject those changes when you get your own paper back.